You all right?
Just start with name and title, if that's all right.
Yeah, Thomas Armitt. I'm a detective acting inspector from the City Valley Crime Group, based in the city. All right, police are investigating a series of complaints from residents within the New Farm area of unlawful entries into their homes, commencing in around about December 7, of about 9 residences that have occurred between 11 p.m. and 5 a.m. The entries have been gained to premises that have been insecure, and a male person has been disturbed within the house, engaged in a sexual act. No one has been harmed during these incidents. The male is described as Caucasian, with very fair skin and of average height. We're appealing for persons who may have noticed anyone acting suspiciously or have noticed anything unusual in the New Farm area to contact Crime Stoppers on 1800 333 000.
What's been the reaction from some of the victims or the targets in this?
The reaction's been obviously one of shock and disturbance, and we've been referred them to our support link networks to offer them counselling.
Tom, obviously you're saying the person has not harmed anyone yet, but is that your concern? What's the fear that this person will escalate in their behaviour? I mean, what is your concern?
It's an obvious concern that the person will escalate in their behaviour. As to what degree can only be speculated upon at this stage, and we can't draw into further speculation. But what we would like to get the message out is that people need to be aware of their own personal security and their property security at home, and to ensure that they do lock up even whilst they are at home. Obviously, there's been a lot of hot weather at the moment. People have tended to leave their premises insecure, and this has assisted that person in gaining entry into their homes. So what we will ask is for people to be more aware of their personal and property security in locking up whilst they are at home during the early hours of the night.
Was there any forced entry at all?
No.
Was anything stolen in any of the break-ins?
No.
Was the person armed?
No.
Has he said anything to the target?
There has been no conversations.
To what extent has he made it into the homes?
Entry has been gained into the bedroom of persons' residences.
So the victims as such are waking up to
find a person within their bedroom, yes.
Can you describe this sort of person? I mean, it's quite deviant behaviour.
Well, I guess that's up to a psychologist to make any referrals in relation to that. However, at this point in time, I must stress that no one has been harmed, but we are concerned in relation to the male person's behaviour.
Yeah, sorry, I should say, but as an experienced officer, I mean, he's definitely one biscuit short of the packet. I mean, you don't know what he's driven by, but how would you describe his behaviour and the allegations, you know?
The behaviour can be described as nothing other than disturbing at this stage.
what does he do once the residents wake up and obviously, I don't know, they'll probably say, what are you doing in my room? What does he do from there?
He calmly leaves the residence.
Is there a concern to understand that he is really calm? Like he's not someone that's just freaking out and running off from the scene as you might expect. Does that worry you as well, that he seems unperturbed by the fact that these people have caught him in the act of whatever he's doing?
I guess when it relates to someone being calm, you can take it in two ways. One is that he's not prepared to be violent with people once confronted. The other is that the person is obviously displaying a high level of confidence.
How is he getting away, on foot or in a car, or what's the reports, do you know?
No one has followed or pursued the person, so his method of exit or leaving the area hasn't been determined.
When he's caught, what sort of charges is he facing? Because he hasn't stolen anything, is it?
That'll be determined dependent upon the evidence that we have.
So it's 9 separate residences or 9 separate...
Sorry, 5 separate residents on 9 separate occasions.
And within one street?
No, within the New Farm area, on the southern end of New Farm.
And are you suspecting that he might be a local, the fact that it's all occurred in the one area?
It's only speculation.
Homes, apartments, units?
Homes, apartments, units.
So just if you wouldn't mind, I know you've already explained it, but just again, what seems to be the target that you mentioned, it's easy access. Could you just run through then what makes a place, whether it's a home or unit, vulnerable to someone like this person?
The premises have been all residential homes, units or apartments. On occasions, either the front door or balcony doors or windows have been left open, and the person has been able to gain entry simply by accessing those open or insecure doors. There would be nothing that's similar about those premises other than the fact that they are insecure.
So he's had to climb up onto some balconies in some cases?
On occasions, yes.
So he's quite committed to whatever he wants, obviously he's not easily perturbed.
I can't make any comment in relation to that other to say that they're the methods of entry that the person has been using.
And when the residents wake up, he's completely naked?
He has been recorded as being completely naked on occasion. On other occasions, he's been in various states of undress.
Without being gory about it, has he left behind any evidence?
No, there's no forensic evidence as far as that's concerned.
Have you been able to get any fingerprints or anything like that?
We're processing all forensics as we speak.
Seem to be any pattern like it's all young single women living at home? Or?
There have been both male and females within the premises when these events have occurred.
So really, it's very hard for investigators to find sort of a pattern here at the moment. It's just easy targets. He sees he's opportunistic, obviously.
Yes.
Do you suspect there could be other home or residents that have been targeted but don't know it yet? Like you want people to just...
Well, we're appealing to people within that area who've noticed anything that has been disturbed or had noticed persons hanging around the area or acting suspiciously. Perhaps at the time it wasn't enough for them to contact police, but upon receiving this information it may fit into another picture or a broader picture of behaviour, and we'd like to hear from those people.
You say that men and women have been the targets. Have there been any children in any of these homes?
No.
You did mention an age. Do you have an idea of his age bracket?
No, we don't. Because the offences have been occurring in the late hours in darkness, we've received a variety of ages. So to pinpoint any particular age at this stage may be misleading.
Is there anything else you want to add that we haven't
No,
covered?
thank you.
Thanks, John. Thank you.
Do you mind just staying there for a second while we get some overlay?
Yeah.
So just to clarify, it's 5